And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Guys, in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a report that has emerged just an hour ago, as Reform UK are threatening to take Keir Starmer to court over plot to snatch control of Nigel Farage's flagship council. Now, we've of course heard Nigel Farage come out before. He sort of issued a democracy warning and also warned that he would be willing to take the Labour government to court over the cancelling of the local elections. This, of course, has dominated a lot of the headlines over the last couple of weeks. And again, Labour just trying to say that, well, you know, this is just what we want to do, kind of doing this, we need our councils to prepare, we're doing something unprecedented, etc., etc. However, you know exactly what it is. You know, essentially people have voted and they're going to be staying in power, so to speak, for a further 2 years when no one voted for them to be there for a further 2 years. However, whilst that is bubbling on in the background, we have got another report, as stated, with regard to Labour's sort of defamation, so to speak, of Kent County Council. And Mr. Tice has came out and spoke about this, and this could lead to legal action from Reform UK. In today's video, guys, we are going to be taking a look at this together and maybe going through a few other bits and pieces. But as always, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more. Just a quick one, guys, before we get into today's video, we have released our brand new t-shirts. Do shop the collection by going down into the link in the description or heading over to britishdan.com. Thank you, and let's get into the video. So yes, as you can see, guys, the headline of this, the article, Reform threatens to take Keir Starmer to court over plot to snatch control of Nigel Farage's flagship council. Reform has hinted it could take Labour to court after accusing Keir Starmer of launching a coup to take control of Nigel Farage's flagship Kent County Council. Kent County Council, which was won by Reform UK in 2025 local elections, has been the subject of a number of targeted attacks from Labour MPs since May. There have been more than 60 references to the Reform-run council since the 2025 local elections, including at Prime Minister's questions earlier this month. Keir Starmer, Rachel Reeves and David Lammy have all used common appearances in recent weeks to attack Reform's record in Kent. Now, Reform UK's deputy leader, Richard Tice, is now claiming Labour is trying to sow a loss of confidence in the Garden of England in a bid to impose central control. Mr. Tice said, "We have strong reason to believe that what they're trying to do is sow a loss of confidence in one of our councils, and they've targeted Kent. We're very suspicious they're going to send in commissioners on a spurious narrative either over the Christmas period or immediately into the new year and take control of the council, saying we're incompetent and can't run it. We've discovered what we think is essentially a coup attempt by Labour, so we are calling out this attempted coup and will be ready to thwart in the court immediately." However, a Labour Party spokesperson denied Mr. Tice's claims, labelling the MP's fears as utter nonsense. Reform needs to start running Kent Council competently instead of whining like babies. The row comes after Mr. Farage accused Labour of rigging Prime Minister's questions to enable Keir to launch scathing criticism against his Reform-run councils. 2 Labour MPs from Kent have been selected 6 times to ask questions in the past 2 months alone. Mr. Farage has decided to watch the weekly dispatch box bout from the public gallery to express his frustrations with the barbs directed towards Reform UK. Mr. Tice also confirmed Reform UK has instructed its lawyers to begin preparations for getting a court injunction should Whitehall move to appoint a commissioner. Kent County Council leader Lyndon Kemmercran added, "KCC is clearly being used as a political football in an attempt to discredit Reform UK. I am beginning to think the government is preparing the ground to insinuate that KCC requires intervention. Again, nothing could be further from the truth." However, Reform UK previously hit the headlines after suspending 9 Kent councillors following an internal spat over policy decisions. Despite Labour denying its plot to take control of Kent, the Local Government Act of 1999 enables ministers to send in commissioners if a council falls short of its best value duties. Such a decision is usually only taken if a council is struggling financially, and ministers argue the local authority needs extra help in meeting its legal requirement to balance the books. Over recent months, Keir has accused Reform UK of causing chaos in Kent. During a heated Prime Minister's questions exchange on November 12, Keir revealed his sympathy is with the people of Kent whose lives are being disrupted by the staggering incompetence of Reform. He also made a passing reference to Kent County Council after being asked about Reform-run Durham County Council on October 22nd. However, Mr Farage has also hinted at launching legal action against Keir's decision to cancel a number of local election contests slated for May next year. The Reform UK leader said, "We are actively pursuing judicial review action against the government over yet another attempt to delay elections where they fear Reform will win. Labour's plans to cancel even more votes this year than last year must be challenged." Mr Farage is also drafting legislation aimed at scuppering Labour's plans to delay the contest. Look, listen, at the end of the day, they do make a point here. All I am starting to hear, I watch Prime Minister's questions all of the time. I report it back to you every single week. And I do see this happen quite a lot. They're the same people getting given sort of questions, and it's always talking about what's happening in Kent County Council. Now, is there any proof that Reform are failing, according to the Labour Party? It does seem very, very sinister. And whilst Richard Tice's sort of fears or concerns are being sort of put back down by Labour spokespeople, would you put it past the Labour Party to try and do that? Because I certainly wouldn't. I think they would pull any lever that they possibly could to try and scupper what Reform are doing and the momentum that they're currently building at this moment in time. Hence why I believe they cancelled the local elections. I think it has absolutely... Labour are in a really strong position. They would be letting these go ahead. Of course they would. Absolutely they would. And if they thought they were going to be winning, they would literally keep the local elections open. So I don't think it's for best interest whatsoever, and certainly something is probably brewing here, far sinister. So we'll have to watch this space with regard to the sort of legal action, if Reform do sort of push legal action in the way of Labour. But certainly two different things brewing, and two court cases could be brewing for Keir Starmer with regard to the cancelling of the local elections, and now, of course, the situation with Kent County Council. So, as always, guys, we will keep you up to date with any further developments that happen on this story, but certainly an interesting one, so watch this space. But guys, do let me know your thoughts on this down there in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more. And if you haven't already checked out our brand new t-shirts, please make sure you do. The link is in the description, or go over to britishstand.com. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.